Welcome in everyone to the Mike Mincey Show, joined by the head coach of the Carson-Newman Lady Eagles, Mike Mincey. This is Roger Hoover inside the Holt Fieldhouse. And Coach, we've seen 3 exhibitions for your teams. What have you learned getting ready for the regular season opener?
Well, right now we've learned that we can't compete with UNC and Tennessee. Certainly their length gave us issues, and we didn't shoot the ball well, but that was something I knew would probably happen. I mean, I was kind of hoping we'd shoot it a little bit better than we did against that kind of talent in those venues. But right now I'm a little concerned about our shooting, even though Tatum came forth there against ETSU and made 4 of 9 threes, and Shante made a couple, which is what I would expect. So our shooting, our offensive flow has been not so good at times, but then again, you got to look at our competition and who we've been playing.
Have you been concerned that there have been a lot of quick shots for your team early this season?
Well, that was kind of my fault, to be honest. Against Carolina, I knew it was going to be tough. I knew they were going to trap us, and instead of turning the ball over, we were looking to possibly take quick shots to see if we can make some threes and get something out of transition. It turned into quick shots, turned into forced shots and taking shots from 25 feet. They were air balls, and so against Tennessee, we tried to limit those shots a little bit. Tell them what their role was a little bit more, what shots is a good shot for them, which I thought we did an okay job at that. And then against ETSU, we just couldn't buy anything until late when we made that little bit of a run, and then we didn't defend our post pretty well, and that's why you had the outcome that we had against ETSU. But now we're trying to define those roles more, and hopefully, even though we want to be up-tempo and take quick shots, they've got to be the right shot in our offense.
And one of the encouraging things for this Carson-Newman team was every exhibition there was somebody that really shined. Against UNC, it was Shira Brown. Against Tennessee, Takaya Gilmore and Shante Marcus. And then you look at ETSU, Tatum Bergstrom. Yeah,
I mean, that's good that right now, well, I guess it would be nice to have that one person that stepped up and played well in all 3 games, but to have different people do it, shows our balance and some versatility throughout our lineup. And for Shante and Tatum in particular to step up against bigger competition, being that they're 5'5", 5'6", and make some plays and hit some threes, it's going to be key for us as we get into our own level and into our conference for those kids to be making shots. And of course, Shira in particular, we know about her athleticism, and her athleticism showed out a little bit, even though she hasn't been able to put the kind of points on the board that we'd like. But I think that that's going to possibly take place now that we're moving back to playing some 5'10" and 5'11" players.
You mentioned going back to NCAA Division II play, and that all gets going this weekend, taking a trip to Harrogate, Tennessee for the SAC Conference Carolinas tournament. What can you tell us about Coker and Erskine?
Well, I think I don't know a whole lot about Erskine because they have a lot of new players from last year. They have a coach, Russ Gregg, is from Lander, and I know they've won a lot of games. He did with Kevin down there. Coker, on the other hand, I watched a little bit of their game against UT, and I was impressed. I mean, if you're going to hit 11 threes against UT, they're doing pretty well. They scored as many points as we did. So I think it's going to be a great matchup. They have the experience factor. They have 3 kids that scored in double figures last year returning, whereas we don't have that experience coming back. So it should be an up-tempo game between the 2 teams. I know they want to get it down the floor quickly. They want to put up threes. I think they hit a little over 7 a game last year, which is impressive. So if we allow them to shoot threes and get open looks and put the ball in the basket, we could be in trouble. But I'm excited about it, the 2 games. Certainly Coker coming into our league next year. It'll be nice to see them and see what we got. We look forward to facing in the future as they join our league next year.
Coach Mincey, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
I was the head coach of the Lady Eagles, Mike Mincey. This has been Roger Hoover. Thank you for watching the Mike Mincey Show.